This is to show you how to install the membrane keypad repair kit in the Panasonic cordless telephone KX-TGA106, 640, 641, and 642. First, what you need to do is just take the battery cover out and the batteries. And by the way, you can use any AAA nickel metal hydride rechargeable batteries. If you want to change your batteries, you can just go to Walmart or whatever and get energizers. There's 2 screws at the bottom there. Now, to take this apart, I like to pry apart the bottom where you just took the 2 screws out. Get it apart a little bit. You don't want to pull it apart because there's a short speaker wire that you'll rip right out. So apply a little pressure like that, squeeze your fingers in there, and then with a flat screwdriver, just kind of drag it up as far as you can, and it'll pop out the clip usually. Or you might, if you can't move it at all, you might wiggle it a little bit, but you shouldn't need to pry or anything like that. So there's one, and there's another one up here, and same on the opposite side. Now, sometimes you can wiggle it like that and they'll pop out, or again, you just come up to where it's tight and just tweak it a little bit. And then, so I got all the snaps out. There's another one on the top red edge there. So I'm just kind of wiggle, and then, yeah, you don't want to be pulling on it because you'll rip that wire right out. Okay, so now you got a headset jack cover that it's going to fall off, so I pull that off. Now the nice thing about this phone is all the screws are the same size. So there's 2 down here, the charger pins. There's one up at the top. And once you've done that, you can flip this, pull this circuit board out. There's a pin right here that's kind of stuck on, so I'm going to try to grab it there. There we go. And then flip it over like that. Now there's a wire going to the speaker, but this speaker isn't attached to anything, so that'll come out. It's easier to work with if you can get it flat like that. So now, before you install the keypad repair, you've got to have this circuit board clean. There's going to be oil, probably in your keypad, oily goo, some dirt. Use isopropyl rubbing alcohol. I like 90%. You can get it at Walgreens or CVS, even Walmart. But if you only have 70%, that'll do. Just a little bit more water in there. Now you can't damage anything except for the microphone with the alcohol, so don't get, you know, a bunch of alcohol on there. That's why I like to wet the rag and use that, so you're not going to spill any. This rubber keypad you can pull out, you could wash in the sink, anything. Just hot soapy water and then dry it off really good. And there we go. Now once you've got it all cleaned off, this keypad fits in around the microphone, and then there's holes for the LEDs, so it's really just self-aligns pretty much like that. So you just peel off the paper backing. Try to get it at the corner there. There we go. And that comes right off. And then I put that around the microphone and line up the holes with the lights. And then you just sort of gently around the edge. You don't want to be applying a lot of pressure. We want to install this really flat. And that's it. At this point, you're probably going to want to clean off the LCD display. You might have a big fingerprint or dust on there, and in there too. You can use Q-tips. Dry Q-tips are really the best for in there, or even here. You can wipe off dust and stuff. So, to get this back together, screws stuck to the speaker magnet. There's a wide gap, but not, you want the little skinny gap next to it. That's where the wires come out. So right there. And then we're gonna, well, if this might fall out on you, it's a light pipe. I'll show it to you like that. And that just goes right there above the screw, like that. And I'll get a close-up of that so you can see how it's supposed to be if it does fall out on you. So the speaker gets put in and the wires come out that side opening. And then flip this over. So there's a little pin that goes in a hole, and these wires come up through this notch on the side. And you don't want to, of course, be under the screw hole with that and pinch those wires or break them. So start with that screw up there. That'll hold it all in place. I'm going to put this headset jack cover back in. Now these pins, these charger pins, they have a little lip. This lip goes over the plastic in the back, and this pin goes in a hole, and they can only fit in one way. There's a right and a left. But once you understand that, you can kind of see the hole down there and then the place where it rests in the plastic. So it wouldn't work over this way at all. So you know that one goes there. And that one goes there. Like that. And then we got those screws back in. Now the membrane keypad will block out any oils and dirt, and it'll keep it from getting in there ever again. Okay, when you're putting this back on, just make sure that that isn't, you know, that's lined up. It's not difficult. Start at the top, and then the rest will just snap into place. Oh, these pins, see that one's bent a little bit, and the headset jack cover fell out. So, oh, I'm going to have to adjust this. This one's not on quite right. It was a little crooked. I think that pin, the pin wasn't down in the right hole there. There we go. Now it's nice and straight. There we go. So the material on the keypad repair, this stuff does not wear out, and it blocks the oils from getting from the rubber and from your fingers and dirt and stuff that gets in there from getting in between the circuit board and the rubber keypad ever again. And you should never have button issues. And that's it. It's all back together. Put your batteries back in according to the label and power up the phone and test all the buttons. If any of these are stuck down part way, like sometimes this will be, if you've taken the rubber keypad out, kind of stuck underneath or something, then most of the buttons will stop working because it thinks you're always holding that one button down. So just look it over, push them all. They all feel fine. And that's it.